Hello, dear friends. I didn't bring my phone, Anna, so I hope you're there. So I'll just go. Hello, dear friends. I need to put a J before that so you know that it's me. How are you doing? So, okay, let's see who else is coming in. So, Tooth Fairy, there you are. How are you, Anna? At the moment, there's just the two of us. So let's see who else comes in. Where's Tooth Fairy? Where's Doug? Where's Mary? Mary, there you are. There you are. How are you doing, my dear friend? You're tired? So I'm invited for dinner, so I'm all excited to be able to go out. I have my 2 vaccines. And my friend that invited me to dinner also, she and her husband have their 2 vaccines. So we feel a little bit safer. So yay! We can get out and do stuff together. We still don't hug and kiss and all that thing that we normally would do, but and then she has a round table, so we sit in very separate. So just because that's the way it is. So yes, so I'm invited for dinner tonight at Lupe and Bruce's house. So yay. And there's Mary. How are you doing, my dear friend? Have you had your vaccines yet? Anyway, so I am going, well, let's wait a couple of minutes and then we can talk in the meantime. So it's going to be yeah, it's going to be on Friday. So yeah. And then on Friday, Anna and Nicholas and I are going to get together at noon to have lunch. So each person buys their own food or gets or cooks their own food, and then we get together. And I think I'm going to buy a piece of cake, not a big one because it's too much unless I freeze it. But then it looks at me funny from the freezer and says, "I'm here, come get me." So hi Tooth Fairy, hi Marilyn. Salazar, good morning. Christy, hi. Oh my goodness, all right. I can get cake, but I'm not going to be. So, okay, on Friday, Tooth Fairy. My birthday is Friday. So, once a year, there's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I feel much younger than I look. So anyway, let's say yes, I'm at the flying saucer. Thank you. Well, we can sit in. Are you vaccinated, Mary? Have you gotten your 2 vaccines? We were in Porto. We were in Lisbon. No, in Lisbon, no, and we were in Porto. Yes, and we spent my birthday there last year, and we went to Portugal, and we celebrated there. It was we made it on time just before they closed the borders. We would have gotten stuck in Portugal. Not that I would have minded, but just 1 vaccine so far. That's good. That's good. At least 1 is good. two is better, but one is enough to protect you some. Anyway, let's talk about this. I have, you're going to laugh at me, but I have changed my ways. See, this is the way I had my needles, my circular needles, and the straight needles. I have them in containers, in long containers that you get over at the container store, or places, the plastic kind that you kind of lock with the next one. So those are in a drawer, and they're very well organized, and they're by sizes and all that kind of thing. But this is the way they are in my closet. So look at the mess. But see if I can. This is a stocking, and I hang them in my closet. And at least they're all together. See, this is one side of them, but since they are different longs, so this is the way it's on the other side. So at least they're all together. But this is the way they look. So it's embarrassing. But that's the only way that I found I could get them all together. But then now I have something very pretty. Anyway, now I have my nice sets, and they're all in one place, and they're all organized. See? So, and all the cords are here. See, all the cords are here. And then here I also have the needles with cords, the ones that are attached. So I have them all in one place, and then I have a sock collection. See? So these are like to make socks or baby hats or stuff like that. See? And they also have the thing. So anyway, this is my new self. This is my new way of being. So I love these things. You can get them at the Laurel Hill online. Also, I use space bags, and you can use them for packing when you go on a trip, because then you have your little pump, and the little pump you can fit them in a shoe. So, it really doesn't take that much space, and it makes it for really, really easy to pack your stuff. So these bags come in different sizes, and I love them. And there are some that are, easy to pack because you roll them. You don't need this, and you roll them, and the air comes out with ducts at the end of the bag to take all the air off, and it's really nice. So I use those. I'm going to show you other ways. So this is the colors that I am going to be using on a shawl. So I already have all the yarn that I need together in a bag. So this is a project. So once you have your project, you can even take the air out of this if you want to put them somewhere. So, but for these, I need to get up and show you what I have. So, you see, for packing things, like projects that you already made, I have the space bags, and I take the air out, and these are like a whole bunch of projects that I have. See, that's the cape, and that's a shawl, and this is the hat and the scarf. So I have a lot of projects that I need to save, but they take up too much space. I live in a small one-bedroom condo, and I don't fit with all my yarn and my knits. So I need to put them like this, but they're all together. Like here, I have the yarn that I need for 3 projects that I have in mind. So see, the air is out, and it's really not all that heavy, but I can fit them in one very special bag that I have. So I have the bags for the box where I have them, see? And so this is like mixed yarn, like all kinds of the knit crate yarn that I only use one or less than one, and then I have all the knit crate leftover yarn. All this is knit crate. So not this. This one is something else. But see, I have all my yarn all in one place in the space bag, because like that I can have like, instead of having like 8 boxes of yarn, I have 4 or 5. And then I can get some more. It's my excuse to buy some more yarn because now I have the space. Anyway, so I'm sorry, but you know, it's an addiction. And then since I have my table, I have over there, I have a big table with my lamps, and my lamp that moves like this, and the one that's on top of the table, so that when I film, I have enough light. So those stay in place. There's no way I can put away all that and then take it out. So I have to have like one space where I have everything that I need when I do my videos. So I have my little basket. I do things with numbers. So I have all my numbers here. So maybe you can get only one small space, because it is very easy to leave things around. It is very easy to do that, and then you misplace stuff. And I have a little plastic cart with drawers where I put all my needles and gadgets. So this is where this goes, and so I have my boxes with the yarn, and I write down in a piece of paper and stick it outside of the box which yarn I have there. So like that, I don't crazy myself even more than I already am looking for stuff. So it is just tricks, because I really have very small space, and I used to have boxes full of yarn in my closet, and my stuff wouldn't fit. And I always thought that the yarn was going to kick me out of my place. So since I still live here, well, the yarn is going to be compressed. So anyway, I feel funny today. I don't know what's going on with me. Anyway, what? Yes, they are very nice. They're vacuum packed. I traveled through Europe for about a month and a half. Yes, about a month and a half with different weathers. I mean, it was warm and it was snowing because I moved different places. And so I had winter stuff and I had summer stuff in one roll in suitcase, because like that I could take it anywhere I wanted. We did rent a car, so you know it was easier for me to move around, but it was just that one suitcase, and everything was packed in the space bags, and it was really easy because you don't have to take care of so much stuff. You really don't need that much stuff when you travel. And there are washers and dryers everywhere. So, you can manage. When we were in Portugal a year ago, it was a little bit more difficult because we didn't find dryers where we stayed, and we had to hang stuff. And if it was cloudy, it took a long time to dry. But if you're in one place for a week, it's easy, very easy. So, anyway, and then you find things like this blouse that is very easy to just hang and it's dry the next day. So, piece of cake. Anyway, learn how to pack stuff, and then when you buy your yarn for projects, put them in my bag like this. You know where everything is. You have your needles, your beautiful needles like this. So, and these are very nice because they are soft in my hands. They are not the heavy ones. So, and then unless you have to have something that doesn't allow you to go fast, because like that you don't lose your stitches, you can have the plastic ones or the bamboo ones. But I have another another one. So these are my bamboo ones. So, and the ones that have stoppers. And anyway, see, I have even the Tunisian kind. So this is okay if you have them in your closet, but I rather have, and then I prefer to use circular needles than the straight needles. I don't with the straight needles. It seems like I have to have my arms out. And with the circular needles, I can stay in one place because the cable is more flexible. So I really enjoy that. So, okay, what pattern? Granny square blanket. Seven projects. Keep them in bags. Keep them in bags. I have, put them under your bed. But when you have the space bags, you don't have that much. Thank you, Mary. Blanket, jacket, comfy body sock, one sock. There's a lot of things that you can make with granny squares. You can attach them, and it depends on how you attach them because there are ways of sewing them that is very nice. Usually, I sew them, with needle with the same yarn, but I have seen a lot of people attaching them with a hook. So this is another way. See, I have all my hooks here, all of them in a bag. So like that, I'm not looking for them. They're all in a bag. And so this is another way that I attach the granny squares instead of sewing them. But yes, okay. Buy on your trip. On my trip, I didn't buy yarn. I didn't buy yarn because I know it's we saw yarn shops, and every time we saw a yarn shop, like, but we were not able to. We find very nice yarn here already, and if you want very exclusive yarn, you can order it online. They instead of carrying them, and then we like to travel very light. So if you buy yarn, it becomes a little bit bulky on your suitcase. So when I go to Paris, yes, when I go to Paris outside the Sacré-Cœur, there's a lot of shops that have yarn and fabric on that the street in front of it. And so there's nothing I can do about it since I go there anyway to visit the church and to see Paris. And then I have my favorite stairs outside of Sacré-Cœur. So I go down those stairs, the famous ones. And then I just walk along to see fabric and yarn. And then I'll buy some just for just, one or two balls just to have something that came from there, but not much anymore because you can find beautiful yarn everywhere here. There's beautiful, beautiful yarn. So don't do that if you don't need to. So, interchangeable needle set. Yes, the Laurel Hill online. These these are the Knitter's Pride, the Mindful Collection, and there's several of them. So this is the one that I use the most. I'm on a project, so I'm using those needles here. But I have it all in one place, like, and then I can take it everywhere. I can even take it to like I don't because I don't want to dirty my cases, but I have a bag that they gave me also, and where I carry all my projects when I go to the doctors or have to wait somewhere. Usually with doctors, you wait. So I take my knitting with me. I didn't use circular needles before either, not when I was growing up. Later, I discovered them, and now those are my favorite. I prefer circulars than anything else. Yes, once you try circulars, you don't go back, Marsha. Yeah, Marsha. You have a favorite pair of straights? I do too. I used to have my favorite pair of 7 millimeter straight needles, but I bought them in Mexico, and they were very nice on my hands. They were plastic, but not plastic. They were, the stitches would slide off very easily like metals, but they were not metal. I don't know what they were made of, but I'll show you next time. So, but those were my favorite. And then, of course, metal is my favorite now because I can go faster. But if you have like a lace stitch and you're still trying to learn how to make a stitch, the bamboos are the best because the stitches don't slide off your needle so easily. So when you're learning how to knit or learning a stitch, the bamboo ones are very nice, like those, like these. These are, no, this is a hook. So the bamboo ones are very nice. And then I have some of the Chiagos. See, I have the Chiagos, which are very, very nice also. I think Laurel Hill has the Chiagos also. I think they do. They have very nice crochet hooks. That I know. They are specialty on crochet hooks. They're beautiful, handmade and reclaimed wood and stuff like that. Anyway, thank you, thank you. Good night. Good night. Hermana. It's so, so nice to see you all. Okay, I'll see you then. Yes, Laurel Hill has, those folks, and this is a family-owned business, and Danny, I mean, they are really, really nice people. So, they are the ones that sent a lot of our things from the Mindful Collection, and they have a very nice catalog. Please check them out. Knitter's Pride has very pretty things. I like the Mindful collection. They have other collections, but I like the Mindful collection because everything fits with everything. So, all right. Thank you very much. I will see you next Wednesday. Youngster. Thank you. Thank you for the flowers. Okay, I will see you next Wednesday. Thank you for being with us. And please take care, get vaccinated. It's a sense of freedom, really. I hope you I hope you do because it makes you feel good. Okay, love you all. Be well.